Hello, welcome to Zipform Template Training Part 2, where we help you create your template for your listing contracts. So let's go ahead and begin. Go ahead and open your computer and go ahead and open an internet browser of some sort and open up Zipforms. Once you're in Zipforms, go ahead and click the template button right there at top, and it should bring you to the exact same screen you see here. Let's go ahead and start a new template. This is going to be a new listing template. And I'm going to call this generic listing template. It will be residential. And we will call this listing residential new transactions. There we go. And once you have all that, ignore the select template because we are making one right now. There we go. Go ahead and save. And it's ready to go. Today is operating much faster than the last time when we were doing the buyer contracts. Let's go ahead and bring in our generic documents, or all of our documents. So cover sheet, probably going to have some addendums there. And then as we come on down, this time you're thinking in terms of sellers. So what will the sellers need to provide the buyers? What are the documents we need for the sellers? Probably going to need a counter offer. Okay, and if you have septic or well, that may be needed beforehand. HOAs are needed on our side, on my transactions, a lot. And they used to be originated by the buyers, but now they need to be filled out ahead of time by the sellers. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. Lead-based paint, if that's what you use a lot, might be good to provide that. You know, some of these, forgive me, I'm not positive if they are needed on these anymore. So I'm going to grab a couple just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Okay. So as we're coming down, notice of intent, termination, pre-qualification form, on-site wastewater treatment. Okay, we definitely need the agency. After that, let's go ahead and come on down. I believe the next one we want will be our there it is. Residential seller property disclosure statement. It's like spuds. Where are they? There's the spuds. Okay. And you may potentially need the short sale if that's the case. Alright, that's pretty much it for there. Now, one of the easiest things to do is when we come in through the libraries, notice which one we're in, the Arizona. So when we come down to a listing, a lot of our listing documents are MLS. So for example, we definitely want the exclusive right, okay? And we will want the profile sheet, although you may or may not actually use it from here, okay? And then we definitely want a sold change form. Okay, so that should pretty much do it for the most part for the contracts we need for our template, or addendums we need for our listing template. We have our cover sheet, an addendum, a counter, HOA, if that's what you use a lot of, market conditions, agency, SPUDs, seller property disclosure statement, your exclusive right, your profile for the MLS, and then a sold change form. That should take care of the majority for most agents, I would assume. So let's go ahead and jump right in and start filling out all of the basics. So now we are doing a listing template. Okay, most of our listings, I'd imagine, will still be in Arizona, in Maricopa County. The lot number, subdivision, all that stuff will change pretty much almost always. You may or may not have a usual water source or wastewater, but if you do, I strongly suggest putting it in. In this case, we are the listing broker, so you will be the listing broker on your listings every single time, I would hope. So go ahead and fill in your stuff there. And I am JE198, email josh@repm.com. Phone number 602-821-7460, 888-777-8509. Couldn't remember that the other day, so I made sure to have that one handy right off the bat. Firm name, we are Breakthrough REPM, 15830 North 35th Avenue, Suite 3. Whoa, what just happened there? Okay. We are in Phoenix, AZ 85053. Now, agent license number IMBR 584-885-123. And our office ID, I had that handy the other day, so let's go ahead and open that back up. Give me 2 seconds. We will have our office number handy. Okay, our office number LC 6602-67000. Let's go ahead and copy that. Paste that right in. Brokerage. Oops, had it backwards. Sorry about that. That is our brokerage license number. Control C. And paste that there. Our office ID is Break 001. Okay. Now our sellers are going to change almost every single time, so we can go ahead and leave that. Now buyers, they're going to change every single time too. Escrow title information. You can go and put that in, but it's actually not anywhere in the listing contract, actually. So for the most part, most of this we're going to be able to skip over for the time being. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit back. Addendum 1. There's nothing we're going to be able to write in there. Counteroffer 2, same counteroffer, same thing. So let's go and open our HOA. Now, just going to point out a few things. It's mainly the first page you're going to need to do, okay? And all of this is going to change based on your HOA. If you only focus in one HOA, then please fill all this out. If you're doing a lot of stuff in one HOA, then make a separate template for your standards that you're using on a more regular basis. Okay, transfer fees, all of that good fun, all kind of change. And so if it were us now in the listing, I would want the buyer to pay for both of these if it were me. But you know, most of the time you're leaving them blank at this point in time, except for the HOA information up front. But utilize that if you're working predominantly in one neighborhood. Agency, marking conditions, that only needs to be signed. Our agency, we just want to specify that we are representing the seller and that we are allowed to show the seller's properties listed by Breakthrough. And that's all we need there. Well, actually, one other thing here, let's make sure. Oh, yep, it wasn't. Joshua Ezel, there's me. Okay, so we are fully checked. Good to go. Back. Agency's done. Spuds, there's not much we can do there. Now your ER, this is where we're going to put in some standardized everything. Okay, so it could be sale and or rental, but most of what I do is for the sale. And your standard one goes for 6 months, so that's going to change based on what you put in. Premises, price, that's all going to change. When we come down here, washer, dryer, fridge, those are pretty much standard on most of my deals, so I'll go ahead and put those in there. Okay. Now, any personal property, if you're predominantly working in Sun City, for example, a lot of people include personal property. Not condoning it, but a lot of people do include it. I pretty much always want people to allow me to put a lockbox on, so I do check that right there. Now, for sale, okay, I do standard 6%. Okay. Cooperating brokers, I typically do 3%. Okay, for rental, that may or may not apply. Cooperating brokers, again, that's for that holdover renewal rental. That's all that. Purchased by a tenant, who knows if it may or may not be. I just automatically put in a standard 90 days there, but right here after expiration dates, go as far as you can. 90 days minimum, 120 days is even better. I typically use 90. Now, this agent is a realtor member of. Now, if you're a member of multiple associations, please write them down because that's you touting your horn. So we have Weimar, Scottsdale, Phoenix. I don't know if it's. I'll just capitalize all of it separate there. Yeah, because any letters after your name are always good. Okay, and subscribe to the Code of Ethics, etc. So let's keep going down. We're almost done. Okay, subsequent purchase offers. It's up to you. Okay. I typically operate off of accepting backup offers, but verbal offers don't mean anything. Nothing's official until it's in writing. If you have a minimum, where back in the fall of the market, I used to have a minimum $3,500 for every single sale. In this market, I'm pretty much good. I don't have any extra terms and conditions, so I'm going to go ahead and write in none there. And we're almost finished. Print the name of the owner. Good, 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 good. Other owner. Then make sure all of your things are there properly. I don't know why they don't keep stuff there. I know I put in my phone number several times. Okay. So that is a standard contract. Now, if you want, this is, I meant to do this on our previous one when it came to the buyer contract. Let's go to a page that has some stuff to fill in. Okay, so for example, right here, if you wanted all filled in with NA, you could say that. Any empty fields in the current form will only be filled with the following text, NA. Apply. All your blank forms, NA, NA, NA. See? So, makes your life a little easier there. Okay, this is almost done, so let's go back. We have our ER. Profile sheets. Profile sheets, if you have standard spiels that you could put in, for example, your public remarks, things like that. Here's the catch. I typically copy, use MLS Connect, and I try to utilize the MLS as much as possible and do one and done. If you fill it out here, you're still going to have to fill it out in the MLS. If you fill it out in the MLS, you're able to actually print it off from there filled out. So I pretty much almost never use this profile sheet. I just have it here in case I'm meeting an owner. It's never been listed in the MLS before, so I print it off, take it with me to fill out with them. Okay? Sell change form, same thing. They are only based on what you're doing at that moment. So extending a listing, changing the verbiage in a listing, anything like that. Okay, so we are basically done. Congratulations. When we hit back, it will save. Your generic listing template is finished. Before I let you go, I want to make sure you know how to officially use your new template. So what you'll want to do is, let's go ahead and start from the dashboard. And let's pretend we're going to start a new transaction, whatever it might be. So you go ahead and click on transactions. And then we start a new one. Now, whatever you like. So we have a new listing or a new purchase. So let's go ahead and click the purchase. Now, it'll ask you to name your purchase. So let's say Josh purchase practice. Oh, I can't spell. Practice video. Okay? And then watch this. Once we hit residential, there it is. Generic purchase template. We told it all we need. Now, when I mentioned MLS Connect previously, here it is right there. So we'll probably do another training specifically on how to utilize MLS Connect because it's a really, really neat feature. But for right now, we're just focusing on the templates. So go ahead and save, and you'll see right there. 3, 2, 1, boom, takes us right in. And then when we click on the documents, you'll see that everything is already here. You have all your documents needed. And for example, if we click on the Arizona cover sheet, you'll see the stuff that we have previously put in there is already filled out. You are good to go, saving yourself a lot of time. Add this up over 300 transactions, and you just saved yourself a lot of time and made yourself, freed yourself up for a lot more and prevented yourself from making a lot of errors. So congratulations, you are an awesome agent and you are getting better daily. Talk to you guys soon.